So what's going on, guys? SSI Porsche guy here. It's Monday night, nothing going on. And after a while of really being displeased with the way it looked, my clear bra has been yellowing over time. It's actually been on the car for 4 years now. It was done in-house at the Porsche dealership at Hennessy Porsche in Atlanta. It was $3,000 for full coverage, and that included both front fenders, the bonnet, the front, and a lot of small trim pieces here, along the door edges there. Also even inside some of this trim. Where metal meets metal, they went really overboard with it, and that's why they charged $3,000. But for all the people that are scared away by the high cost of clear bra, I just wanted to show them just how easy it was to remove this, and just how effective, more than anything else, it was, because it's not a very thick material. It really is relatively thin, but I'm just amazed by how much of the road chips and the marring and the tire marks didn't translate to any kind of marks on the actual paint itself. It was really surprising, especially with rock chips, because I figured you just tear right through the clear coat, because it's just plastic. But I did just want to go ahead and give you guys a shout out that if you don't use a heat gun at Alpina, no ma'am. If you don't use a heat gun, you are going to have a lot of glue residue left behind. And I found that out the hard way the first time. Luckily it was just one of these trim pieces here, and I already had a corner coming off, so I just stripped it down and spent about 30 minutes cleaning it up with adhesive remover and glue gun. But if you use a heat gun, and make sure you get a heat gun, you can turn the heat down, because the last thing you want to do is overheat a body panel. You can use your hand while you're feeling it out to make sure you don't overheat the body panel. But once you have them heated up to around 150 degrees or so, use your hand and use some common sense. I turned mine down to about 120, 130 degrees and just was patient with it and did it slowly. But it comes off really easily. As I'll show you, you got my helper Alpina helping out. And really, the toughest part is just getting a corner. Once you've got a nice corner, it gets a lot easier after that. And like I said, this clear bra's been on the car for 4 years. And a lot of people worry about whether or not the clear coat is going to come off with it, and what other issues they might have. And it's understandable, especially even just the front. If someone's going to charge you $1,500 to put a clear coat, which is just some plastic material on your car, that they're going to say is going to completely maintain the paint. If it costs you another $1,000 to have someone take it off for you, really $2,500 is the price of a new front bumper. So you've got to kind of keep it in perspective, but especially if you have really nice paint, or especially like the GTR guys who have really thin, brilliant paint, and you definitely want to keep it in good shape. Man, I'm telling you what, clear bra really is money well spent. Of course, I'm always kind of biased towards wrapping the car anyway. Shout out to Mike Place that wrapped my first car, Evo 10. I loved the way that turned out. It was a matte blue metallic finish. And after I got rid of that car, which I probably only had for about 6 months or so. But after I got rid of the Evo, I bought my mom a Mini Cooper for her birthday or for Mother's Day. I can't remember which one it was. But we ended up wrapping the entire Mini Cooper in a flat white with a really brilliant sparkle in it. And a real glittery, kind of like purples and pinks. Something my mom would like. She's very girly like that. And she absolutely loved it. He's a local guy that does a really good job with the wraps in town. So if you have any questions about wraps, he's definitely the guy to see. Probably get this a little bit higher. But you can see just how easily this is pulling off. Like I said, if you don't use the heat gun, you're gonna get a lot more residue. And if you took a big piece without using the heat gun, I would be concerned about stripping the clear coat off, especially depending how long it's been on the car. But use your own judgment. Like I said, use common sense. Always have your German Shepherd helper dog. It always helps. Even when she doesn't help, she's here for motivational support. But it should come off relatively easy. And a lot of it depends on who put it on your car in the first place. And if they did a good job prepping your car, because just like anything with paint, it's all about prep. But let me try and show you guys this. This thing has had so many different tire marks on it from being at the track. I don't know if you can see it or not. But this thing has had so many different tire marks on it that I really expected it to show in the paint. At least be a blemish or so. And as you can see, we just peeled that off. And it looks absolutely brilliant. No residue left over. The only thing left over is a little bit of a line from where the dirt was. So we'll go ahead and polish that out, clean it up good. But I am extremely pleased with my clear bra experience. And for anyone who's scared away by paying $1,500, just know that as long as the guy does it right installing it and you prep the vehicle well, you really shouldn't have any issues about tearing your clear coat off. Because like I said, if mine was on there for 4 years and it comes off that easily, you really shouldn't worry. But I don't want to speak too prematurely and jinx myself, because this is going to be the big thing. The hood and the bonnet and the 2 front fenders are going to be a huge pain in the ass. Thank you, Alpina, for helping as always. And alright guys, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and finish cleaning this up and go ahead and start on the front fenders. But if any of you have any questions, get in touch with me, and hope you have a good rest of your evening. Alright, take care guys. Bye.